Yo, what's going on, guys? It is time for another reaction video. This one's coming from the YouTube channel Delightful Travelers. So if you like this video, make sure to go check out Delightful Travelers on YouTube and check out some of their other content. This is Santiago, Chile. Wait, that's funny. I was going to say this is... Anyways, the title is, this is Santiago, Chile. Safe, beautiful, must visit, what to do in the city, travel guide. Let's check it out.
I don't think we've ever seen a view quite like this. This is incredible. How high up are we again?
300 meters.
Their flag almost looks like the Texas flag, or actually I should say the Texas flag almost looks like theirs, because to my understanding this flag existed before the Texas flag.
It has been a very long time since we went for a run in a video, but we thought today would be the perfect day because we are in Santiago, Chile for the first time.
It happens to be an absolutely stunning day and we're in this beautiful park, so what better way to start exploring this city? So the park that we're in is called something like Bicentenario. Sorry, our Spanish is so bad. We're from Canada and there really isn't much opportunity to practice your Spanish there. It's in the northeast kind of part of the city in a neighborhood called V566.
What an amazing park. There are so many people out. This park is super green. There are people on bicycles, scooters, there's picnics and get-togethers happening. There's even people playing soccer, and the best part, I think, are these chairs. There's these lounger chairs that are everywhere. I'm not sure if they're free or not. You guys, look at this. What is this doing in the middle of a park?
No idea, but I'm getting some good photos of it. Speaking of...
It's huge. When they first were showing it, I thought it was like much smaller, but that's massive.
Of which we do have an Instagram account and you should be following us. We're going to put it up on the screen here, but you can also find it down below.
Every way we look around here, there is an amazing view. We have mountains over this side, and behind us here you probably see the city skyline, which we are going to explore later. We can't wait for that.
And I'm not sure if you can see it, but I think it's right there. The tallest building in all of South America. I actually forget the name of it, so we'll put it up on the screen so you can check it out.
Take a look at this. So there are fish pretty much everywhere. I don't know if you can see these guys or not. And then you have these swans, I guess. They don't look like the swans we have. They have these kind of funny red little noses.
But guess what I see? I'm pretty sure there are flamingos over there.
So we heard these guys were here and we're so happy we found them. We almost gave up. We ran the park pretty much twice, so we've been out now for like an hour. But here they are. It's the flamingos.
I'm guessing since they have those things on their ankles or their legs that they must be protected or something like that and tracked. Otherwise they wouldn't have those bands around their legs.
So we'd heard before that flamingos get really pink because of all the shrimp they eat. It's not because they're naturally pink. These guys are a little bit pink, but not really. So I wonder if they don't eat that many shrimps.
Flamingo expert over here, right? But this isn't the first time we've seen them.
No, we saw them recently in the Florida Keys, I think. Yeah, we went to a, what was it, a butterfly sanctuary.
It's more common to see them, I would think, in Florida than most anywhere else in the U.S. But now obviously they're in South America, so I don't know how common they are there.
And they also had flamingos in there.
All right, guys, we finished up our run and our workout. We're all cleaned up. We got changed and we came down to the main square because we figured it's the best way to kind of start exploring the city.
Yeah, so we're in the Plaza de Armas, I think it's called. I'm probably saying that wrong. I say everything wrong, but like Trevor said, it is the main square of the city. It's kind of like the original center of the city as well.
I'm trying my best, guys, to keep the audio balanced. That when they talk, it's really low and then the music's really loud. So I'm trying to find a balance there. So if it's really loud, I apologize.
so our first impressions of this is it is old looking down here.
Yeah, so we have a church right in front of us. I think it's called the Cathedral Metropolitana, and it was built in the 1800s, but the actual square originates from like the 1500s. So if you're wondering why...
Wow, that dates back pretty far, the 1500s. I didn't realize that they had structures that dated back that far.
1800s, but the actual square originates from like the 1500s. So if you're wondering why we're not going in, we have two reasons. One is that we have a lot of things to do today, so there won't be time. And two, because we're both wearing shorts, and typically you can't go into a church with your knees showing, so we're not gonna risk it.
So you may have noticed we've gone full tourist mode today.
Got a giant map. We're doing a hop-on, hop-off tour, which we don't normally do. It's very touristy. But we've also heard a lot of like very smart travelers say that they swear by these things in terms of getting around a city. So we're gonna give it a try.
Question for those of you that have one of these tours in a city that you live in. So I live in downtown Houston. I've been living downtown for about 2 years now, but I've lived in Houston my whole life. I feel like I know the city pretty well, but we have some of these double-decker bus tours in downtown. And I've considered doing one just to see if there's like anything new I could learn that I'm not aware of. So have any of you ever done one of these in your own city? Have you ever done one of these tours in where you live to see if you find out anything new about your own city, or seems kind of like a silly idea?
So this is such a convenient way to see the city. I have to say, someone's learning a few things over here.
I'm learning lots of stuff.
So the reason we're on the bus is it's a little tricky to get around Santiago. There's a lot of traffic, and we really want to get to that tall building we showed you earlier. And after that, there is this hill in the middle of the city that we want to get to as well.
Now, I should mention too, I've been to San Francisco twice, once about 5 or 6 years ago, and the other time was maybe like 15 years ago. And both times I did a tour, and both times I felt like I learned a lot. And I've done one in Galveston before. And I'm trying to think if I've ever done one in any other cities or anywhere else. I don't think I have. Now, I've done some of the excursion stuff when you're on cruises, and sometimes if you're having to take a boat ride somewhere, they tell you extra information while you're en route. But I definitely do think they're super informative. So, maybe I'll answer my own question. Maybe I should just go check out the one here in my city and see if I can learn anything new.
So it's 1 hour later. We made it over to another side of the city, and we're right by the Costanera Center.
I can't believe it took an hour to get here. This city is so massive, but right now we are standing underneath this enormous skyscraper. We're going to tell you more about it as we get up there.
Nice view.
Okay guys, we are currently at the top of the Sky Costanera, which is the tallest building in all of South America. I think we're at 300 meters, and there's pretty amazing views up here.
So we actually thought it was going to be a little tricky to see the enormous mountains that surround Santiago here in Chile, but you can sort of see them. It is a little hazy. I think it's a little bit of smog, and people in the comments can let us know, but you can actually see those gorgeous mountains off in the distance.
It reminds me a little bit of the view from the Stratosphere in Vegas, where you can see all of the casinos and the buildings, but off in the distance you can see the mountains and that surround Vegas.
It says this way to the open sky, so let's do it. I don't think we've ever seen a view quite like this. This is incredible. How high up are we again?
300 meters. It said this way to the open sky, so we were a bit confused because there's glass.
Yeah, look, of course there's going to be glass here. But if you look up, you can actually, well, there is open sky, but of course you can't go up there. So if you're in Santiago, we highly recommend you come here. It's just the tallest building in South America, so it's worth it right there, but the views are stunning.
And we were trying to remember when we've recently been up somewhere and had really great views, and we realized it was recently in Kuala Lumpur.
In Malaysia.
In Malaysia. We went to up the top of the KL Tower and had like kind of 360 views there as well.
That was beautiful. We'll make sure to link it if you want to check it out because the views were on par with this.
Guys, we're in a cable car, and if that seems familiar and you've been following our stories, we were just in Medellin, Colombia, and went in a couple of cable cars there, and now we're doing it again.
Yeah, I wonder if the views are going to be as spectacular as Medellin. We're just getting started here. Ooh, there goes the cable car. And that is the building we were just up in. Wow, the views are just out of this world. I'm not even sure if this is the same city or just the suburbs of Santiago, which is this way. And look, absolutely stunning. So guys, there's actually 2 stops on the way up here in the cable car. The first stop, I think there might be some restaurants and parks around. And then the next one, it's about 15 minutes all the way up to the top. And that is where you're gonna get even better views than we already have.
Guys, this is one of these instances where like the camera cannot capture what is happening here, and it's so disappointing when you see the results. I mean, I'm sure it looks pretty cool, but from up here, it's amazing. This is one of those like very much a pinch me moment. The mountains back there are humongous, and they like tower over this whole city. It's crazy.
If you want to see some cool views like that from a sky cable car, sorry. When I went to Sandia Peak, New Mexico, which is kind of like a suburb of Albuquerque, New Mexico, or it's right next to Albuquerque, New Mexico, they have one that takes you up to the top of the peak of the mountain, and the views going up are amazing, but then once you're actually up there and you get out, you can kind of go overlook Albuquerque from up there, and it's just beautiful. And if you go right around sunset, that would be ideal because you get to see the sunset from up there over the city. It's really pretty.
All right, we have made it up to the top of San Cristobal Hill, and I do have to say, it's very exotic up here.
Yeah, and it's really beautiful. Lots of lush trees, palm trees, great view. It is, I believe, a religious place. There's a church up here, lots of statues. The biggest one being Mary. You can kind of see her from throughout the city, but up here, you're up close and personal.
And I'm also shocked that it's not very windy up here at all. In fact, there's no wind. All right, we are at the main attraction here now up on San Cristobal Hill, and you can see the giant statue of Mary behind us.
Right, the giant statue is actually 22 meters high. This area here is a sanctuary, and it is dedicated to the Immaculate Conception. That's why there is a statue of Mary here at the very top. If you're wondering how high up we are, though, it's 850 meters to the very top.
It is such an impressive structure. My only complaint about it is what's right over here. There is a cell tower which really doesn't fit with this beautiful statue of Mary.
You would think they could have found a spot out of view of the statue to have put that. I find it hard to believe that that would be the only area, the only prime spot for that to have stood.
At all. We're going to take a funicular down.
Funicular down. Cable car up, funicular down.
Pretty cool concept, I have to say.
This audio is killing me. Delightful travelers, if you happen to see me doing seeing my reaction video, if you're editing in Premiere and you're using the auto ducking or whatever you're doing, you need to dip that music down a little bit more, or you need to pump up your vocals because the contrast of high, low, high, low, high, low is really loud.
And just like that, we're back down to the bottom of the hill. So first full day exploring Santiago. What are your thoughts? First impressions?
It's absolutely beautiful. There is so much traffic. It does take a while to move around. We've learned that pretty quickly, but today it was pretty convenient with the hop on and hop off bus. We got around the city pretty easily.
We did, yeah. So we have these great little bracelets for the hop on, hop up, hop on, hop off. This ticket is called Hop On, Hop Off Plus. If you're wondering, it lasts for 2 days and it gives you the funicular and the cable car and then the hop on, hop off.
That's cool that it gives you 2 days and access to all those other things as well. So it's not just the bus, it's also the cable car and the, I don't know what they're saying, funicular. I don't really know what that word is. I might be saying it incorrectly, but the one that they just took downhill. That's cool. So it's a pass for all of them.
Bus, which is really convenient. So a big thank you to Touristique. We will link them down below if you're wondering where to get tickets.
Yeah, so we're loving the city so much. It was a great first impression. We know we're going to be hanging out here longer. And I think in the next video, we're going to be exploring some neighborhoods. We have a few neighborhoods in mind that I think we'll check out.
Yeah.
And if you haven't watched our last video, make sure to do that because we were in Peru.
We were in Lima.
And we were eating some delicious food, and I'm hungry already thinking about that. And guys, if you're new around here, just a reminder again, I'm Trevor, this is Anna, we are the Delightful Travelers. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell for notifications, that way you know when our videos come out. If you got this far in the video, because it's probably long, hit the like button, probably means you like it, and leave us a comment. We love when we get comments.
All right guys, that's it.
From Santiago, Chile, wishing you delightful travels.
See you soon.
All right, Trevor and Anna, great video. Don't hate me for talking to you guys about the audio, but it is distracting because I felt like I had to constantly turn the volume up and down because the music was so loud in contrast to y'all's vocals. Anyways, though, great video. I actually got to see a lot of new stuff I haven't seen so far in Chile, so that was really cool. If you guys have suggestions of other videos in and around Chile that I should see, please comment below, let me know, leave links if you can. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and comment below. Let me know if you have been to Chile before and if you have a favorite spot. And if you've never been, then tell me what your favorite vacation spot is or the favorite place you ever traveled to. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.